I've recently discovered that club football is not for me in Football Manager 2023, so it's just as well that there's a World Cup around the corner and I can turn my hand to international management, and that is exactly what I will be doing in this series. It's a World Cup Let's Play where I'll be attempting to win the World Cup. However, I don't get to choose my team. I don't get to choose the nation I will be. It will be decided by a random wheel thing. You know those where you put all the names in? Yeah, that. So let's find out who I'll be taking charge of. And it is... Oh, it's taking longer than I thought. Oh, Cameroon! Well, we'll run with it, I guess. Not a team I know a lot about, though. But we'll learn together. And you know what? I thought I knew a lot about the Roma players, but clearly that was not the case. Cameroon currently ranked 29th in the world, according to Football Manager 2022. And they've got some decent players, but plenty that I will need to learn more about. But that's part of the fun, and that's part of the journey. In this episode, I will be selecting my squad, and also I'll be playing the first friendly match. So consider this episode episode 0, where we'll start the World Cup properly after a second friendly in the next episode, in the big bad episode 1. Just quickly though, before we get stuck into that, and to see if I can do as Big Sammy Boy says, if I could ask you to please like the video if you're excited for the series and the World Cup, and also subscribe. I promise you, this will be entertaining, because I don't know what I'm doing. It'll be fun. You don't want to miss it, and there's plenty more World Cup action on the horizon too for the channel. Thank you. Despite winning the African Cup of Nations 5 times, Cameroon has never got past the quarter-final stage of the World Cup. So I'm at least attempting to do better than that, or match it. Maybe that's a more realistic expectation. But as I mentioned, we do have some fantastic players. This is the current set of 55 that I have set up, essentially. I've relied on my recommendations from the assistant manager quite a lot. But as you can see, there's plenty very good players in there. I mean, Andre Frank, Zambo and Gisa, very, very good. Onana, very, very good goalkeeper. Toko Akambi, Mbuemo, Choupo-Moting, Alan Nyom, formerly of Watford, and Vincent Aboubakar. Those are my main guys. They are who I'm going to be going to largely, and the rest I'll have to do some learning for, but there is some other notable names in there. Unfortunately, Georges Kevin Nkudu will not be able to play because he's out for 2 to 4 months. But there's some more recognisable names in there. Certainly Giando Fuchs, who now plays for Peterborough, having previously played for Dundee United and Maccabi Haifa, so he might be recognisable to some of you. And there's a few more in there too. Former Celtic man Olivier Ncham, now with Swansea, used to play for Marseille, Man City, Genoa as well. So there's players in there. There's some serious players in there. It's now my job to cut this down and see what I can do. Will I take Arnaud Djoum, the former Hearts man, the African Cup of Nations winner, who's recently signed for Dundee United? We'll soon find out. But he makes the 55 anyway. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to remove Nkudu, which pains me a little bit, but there is one more spot now in the 55. Who I'll fill it with, I don't know, because they probably won't be coming if they didn't make the 55 originally, but we'll soon find out. And unfortunately, Hugo Ekitike has rejected playing for us. Are you surprised? After he chose to go to PSG over Newcastle, then complains that he's not playing football. Sounds like he's going to do the same again with the national teams. It's another goalkeeper. Another goalkeeper is getting called up and making the squad. He won't play, he might not come, but he's been quite good for Caen in a division that I've not loaded. Regardless, whoever's back up, not going to be playing over Andre Onana, are they? And it's time to confirm that squad. Arnaud Djoum, it might be you. However, unfortunately for this fella, Lucien Agome, he's decided to switch his allegiance to Cameroon, and I would have potentially have taken him, an exciting young player, but it's too late, unfortunately, so Djoum might be coming. Unfortunately, Samuel Eto'o didn't want to become the coach for Cameroon, which is, not very loyal to his nation, unfortunately. Neither Rigobert Song, that legend who I've just replaced as manager. No wonder he didn't want to join me. Fair enough. But Andre Bike-Mogu has decided to join us. Used to play for Reading, Burnley, all that stuff. Quite the journeyman. But welcome. 25 caps for the Cameroon national team. 1 goal. Some experience I could do with. Now, the time has come to finalise the squad. 26 men allowed. Previously used to be 23, but now 26 allowed in the squad, which means we're going to have to cut 29 players. And I don't know who the hell that's going to be. Now, I've nailed in 14 absolute certainties for who's going to come to the World Cup. Unfortunately for me, that means I have to select another 12. Another 12 to come with me, and I'm going to leave plenty more disappointed. And even more unfortunately for me, one of the players I highlighted that was probably definitely going to come, Giando Fuchs, out for 2 to 4 weeks for a fractured lower arm, which is far from ideal, and I think that might mean he doesn't make the cut. After much deliberation, about 15 minutes worth, I think I've finally come to my squad, and these are the omissions. I think most notably, going without Didier Lamkelzee, it's quite bad, but he's injured, and I've just realised that I'm taking a gamble on Giando Fuchs in a position that we're already strong in, and I don't know who to take between the two. So I think I've got one spot to gamble with, and it looks, I know they play different positions, but it looks like I should maybe gamble on Lamkelzee, and I think maybe I will. It's 12 days to 4 weeks, and Giando Fuchs is 2 to 4 weeks. So I think that's maybe what I do. A calf strain, slightly different to a broken arm. Lamkelzee is going to come, and you know what?
That's what she said!
Don't take that out of context for a start. Context, rather. Fuchs not going, Lamkelzee going. We've only taken... Oh, no. We've taken one less goalkeeper than we're allowed. Just give me a minute. Okay, unfortunately for Jean-Pierre and Sammy, although he's been quite good, and I wish I was taking him, apparently all of them are better at playing as striker than him, which feels harsh considering he's scored so many goals. I'm not going to take him. I think that's the move. Is it? Is that the move? Tawamba, what's he up to? Right, we'll compare the two, and then one of them is not going. Okay, just an advanced forward, for example. Just, are they good at finishing? And Sammy's better at that, but all round, the other guy seems better. God, I didn't know this was going to be so tough. I was not prepared for this whatsoever. Okay, and Sammy not going, and I need to take a backup goalkeeper that's not going to play at all, unfortunately, and it's going to be the guy that's actually been playing football and playing quite well. That's it, done. I'm done. I can't do it anymore. That was too stressful for my liking. We're going to play Czech Republic. Turns out we can't play another friendly. It won't let us arrange one for whatever reason, which is not great. Bahokin rightly disappointed. We are at our odds, none of them in there for the top goal scorer. 1,000 to 1 to win the whole thing. So that's not great whatsoever. But there we go. There's the squad. Take it in. I'm not sure if I'm happy or not. Should I have taken Lamkelzee? Probably not. Could have done with a player that was actually fit. And likewise, Ndua. Have I messed up? Probably. We'll soon see, though. We'll play the Czech Republic game. Can't arrange another friendly, unfortunately. And then in the next episode, which will come tomorrow, we will face Brazil. Which isn't great, but hopefully this friendly will prepare us for the 2 more winnable games against Switzerland and Serbia. So, Brazil. That'll be fun tomorrow. Make sure you stay tuned for that. Now finally, after all that stress, here we are, ready to go into our warm-up game before the World Cup, and the only game in this episode against the Czech Republic. This is my starting 11, and the tactic I'm going to go with. Zambo Anguissa has been named as captain because bloody hell, he's good. I can't believe he's only valued at 15 million. He is unbelievable. Real, the Napoli midfielder. So this is what we're going with. If you do have any knowledge of Cameroonian football, please do let me know where I've gone wrong with not only my selection of the squad, but also the starting 11, because all the advice I can get is absolutely welcome. But this is what we're starting with. Andre Onana in goals, obviously. Sacha Boey is going to start at right back. Hasn't played for Galatasaray so far this season, apparently, but he's pretty good and he needs fitness as well. Alan Neom will maybe start when it comes to that Brazil game. The experience will maybe do better, but the match fitness is important for Sacha Boey. Ngajwi is going to start at centre back with Nkulu, 54 caps to his name. Nkulu now our vice captain. We've got Enzo Ebose at left back, who's in the World Cup squad for Real. Ongune starting as well in that holding midfield role. Just going to try him out. Not sure how it'll go. Koundé partnering Zambo Anguissa, and again, it's mainly due to the fitness reasons. And Mbeumo was going to start on that left-hand side, but now that I think about it, he's not quite fully fit. So we're going to start off Toko Kambi, and Mbeumo is going to come out, and Vincent Aboubakar, stripped of captaincy, going to start. In fact, we're starting them the other way around. Choupo-Moting, deep lying forward. Yeah, I'm not sure how that's going to go. But there we are. Let's get stuck into it. No idea how this is going to pan out. Czech Republic are pretty good in real life, but not many noticeable names in there that I can see. No Souček or Kufal, one of them. He's not playing, but hopefully this will give us a good bearing on how we're going to do when it comes to the World Cup. And Aboubakar's very, very upset. Of course, it'll have no impact on how we play against Brazil, because we'll probably be a bit more defensive, but I'm going to go with a cautious mentality. I think it's fluid counter-attack we're starting off with, just because I feel like we'll need to soak up pressure, certainly against Brazil. I'll maybe create another tactic to be a bit more positive going into the Switzerland and Serbia games. But this is what we're doing so far. I hope you're enjoying the faces I've now got ahead of this World Cup. But we're underway. It's on extended highlights. I'll change it to key just for the friendly. We'll go back to extended highlights for the World Cup. But we're off. We're off and running. And this is going to be a bumpy ride, I feel. I'm not sure how it's going to go, but I'm excited. And we have our first real highlight of the game. It starts with the Czech Republic goal kick. I should maybe be a bit more positive in this game. But alas, here we are. Toko Kambi going down that right-hand side. Wasn't going to start. In fact, I was going to start on the other wing, I think. And we've given the ball away. Good start for Sacha Boey. Not great at all. I can see he's not quite match sharp. And we've given the ball away. Czech Republic on the ball. Given how my Roma save went, I'm not confident this is going to go any better. But alas, here we are. Welcome along to the ride. What a goal that was. Andre Onana, no chance, no matter how good he is. Maybe if Zambo Anguissa was a goalkeeper, I might have saved it, however. Aboubakar being played out of position, I'm sure that'll make him feel much better about losing the captaincy, but I think it was deserved. He's probably not going to start the World Cup against Brazil anyway. Great strike, it has to be said. Not much anyone could do about that. And it starts again with another goal kick for the Czech Republic. It's won once again by the experienced defender. Choupo-Moting did not quite manage to hold on to the ball. Gonna go more positive, I feel like, in this game anyway, because we're setting off the Czech Republic. They're not Brazil, it turns out, but Zambo Anguissa has nicked in. He's got all the license to go forward. A good save, however, but it's better. It's better from the Cameroonians. And in fact, we see the corner. I'll need to set up what I'm going to do with that. But for now, Koundé over the corner for Cameroon. A good result here going into World Cup would be fantastic, however, not off to the best of starts. Zambo Anguissa going down the right hand side again, looking for, I think, Aboubakar, who's just not interested whatsoever. And yeah, you know what, we are going to go more positive. We're going to push Zambo Anguissa slightly. He doesn't like that. We're not going to do that. We're just going to go into more positive mentality and tell players to attack more. Maybe a pressing forward duty for Choupo-Moting. And just up the directness a little bit. No need to be so casual and on the ball and nice and calm. And we're going to push slightly further up the park as well. A mid-block with a high defensive line. Try and squish those lines. Catch them out. Ding! In the middle of the park. And we have a free kick. Koundé over the ball again. And Nkulu wins it and hits the post. Unfortunate for the new vice-captain of the nation. Not the whole nation, just of the national team. And yet again, another Czech Republic goal kick. In terms of match stats, I think we've actually looked quite alright. But just not matching that in terms of highlights. And good defending by Nicolas Nkulu. He's all action, that kid, at both ends. Again, not like that. Upsetting, we're meant to be favourites, and we've not played particularly great. Going to take off Nkulu but Bose's going to go into the middle of the park. We'll get Tolo on, gets him some match fitness. Likewise, we're going to drop Ngone back, also pronunciations, if you'd like to help me with that then, please do. Abubakar really is so out of position, that is not good whatsoever. We'll swap them around and maybe that's all we'll do for now. I think give Toku Akambi a little bit of rest. Basagog, he's right-footed. Give it a go, mate. We'll see what happens. Underway in the second half, confirmation of the changes. While we've been slightly on top in terms of possession, match stats pretty similar. They've got a better XG, and shots, I mean, pretty similar. But they're on the ball once again. Perhaps we're going to nick in. It's been booted off. I think it's Choupo-Moting. To no avail for us. And Zima on the ball, going long. Anana will collect that with ease. Plenty time to pick out a man at the back there. But he'll go long. We've got plenty big fellas in the team. Didn't find any of them, so that's not good whatsoever. And in fact, the Czech Republic are going to come back at us. Pavelka back to Selasuka. My pronunciations are going to be really tested out this World Cup, which I'm not looking forward to, but perhaps you are. So stay tuned for plenty more of that. Barak into the box. He's got Kuchta. 2-0. If we're losing 2-0 to this slot, how bad is it going to be to Brazil? Yeah, alright, it was well worked goal, and we're going to work the ball into the box. Plenty to learn about this Cameroon side between now and the next episode, which will come tomorrow as mentioned. 2-0 down, and time for more changes. Alan Neom going to come on, and Ngone going to go off. Zambongisa, get him rested, keep him fit. Ollie and Sham, Basagog not particularly fit. Soko going to come on the other side. We can't make any more substitutions. Good lord, thank god it's 8 days before our next game. That's what we'll do for now. Going to encourage them. In fact, going to make some instructions, tweaks as well. We're going to play out from the back because there's no reason not to whatsoever, and pass into space because we've got quick players in that forward area. Just distribute to the fullbacks. Nothing silly. Roll it out, Onana. Don't put it up to them and give them the ball back immediately. It's not looking good though. 10 minutes to go, and they've changed their goalkeeper. They're really taking the mick just in the middle of the half as if it's nobody's business. And we're going to have to do better against Brazil because we have started off the series in episode 0 with a 2-0 loss to Czech Republic, a team not even at the World Cup. I'm sure that'll really build confidence for the lads. I mean, other teams have certainly lost as well, so it's okay. France lost 3-1 to Uruguay. There's going to be others in there too. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Let's not worry about this episode. Let's just hope I've got the squad right. Apparently we were looking good despite the defeat. I don't know what they saw. But yeah, we'll be back in the next episode tomorrow against Brazil, one of the favourites for the World Cup. A little look at their squad ahead of that just to whet the appetite. Yeah, they're pretty good. Bruno's gone, so I'm delighted about that. Firmino has gone, didn't go in real life. Interesting, very, very interesting, but they're bloody good, and I'm not looking forward to that one at all. But if you are, please do let me know by leaving a like on the video. Episode 1 tomorrow, the World Cup starts. Subscribe with notifications on so you don't miss out on that and much more. Not only just Football Manager 2023 content in general, but World Cup content too. I've got a whole list planned. Let's just hope I've got the attitude to be able to get through them all, because if so, you're in for a bloody treat, let me tell you that. Thank you very much for bearing with me in this one. Any advice in the comments down below, and take care.